Okay, technically I'm on vacation, so basically I'm not doing a lot of videos, y'all. But I had to do this video because these downloads I got this morning kind of shocked me. They really, really shocked me, and I felt uncomfortable keeping them to myself. Um, yeah, y'all. So it's a lot of downloads coming through, a lot. I can feel the pressure on my head. So yeah, let's get it, y'all. Okay. Let me get, I got some natural light in here. I think I'm going to just work with the natural light. Yeah. I'm going to keep the light bulb off today. Hi, everybody. So I'm putting on one of my favorite shades. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll get some people in. I'm on vacation, y'all, so I ain't even getting into it with nobody. And I'm only doing what I feel like doing. So I can't really answer uh, one-on-one questions right now because I'm on vacation. But if you need extended help with any of my subjects, please email me and hire me to teach you or to give you extended information. Hopefully, I'm on the right channel. This is going to be very brief, y'all. I'm not going to be talking for no 2 hours. I'm going to pause the video for a moment, then come back. Okay. So I'm back. I'm going to just hang out and wait till we get more people. Or at least wait till somebody say hello. I don't want to be running my mouth and no one's listening. So I am going to be doing some hair care on this video. Hi, everybody. The Holy Spirit started talking to me this morning about a lot of things, y'all. A lot of things. And I got yes or no answers. The answers were coming quick, y'all. We have been lied to and tricked on a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. It's really disturbing too, y'all. It's disturbing how we've been tricked in so many lied to in so many areas of our life just to take our money. Okay? And I'm out to prove it too. I'm gonna prove it with my own life. I'm proving it with my own life. We've been tricked. Okay, hi everybody. We're working with the natural light. So I might light a candle. I could do that, but I can't. I'm not putting no light bulb light on no more. It's not good for the spirit, y'all. Light bulb light is not good for the spirit. I'll be right back. I gotta light this candle while we're waiting for more people to come in. Okay. It's a green and pink type of season. I didn't lit this candle here. Okay, we're gonna work with the oil lamps and candles and the natural light. Okay, so downloads. A lot of this stuff, okay, I was asking the angels questions this morning. And they told me that we're using stuff from some of the stuff that we're using is for like when things are extreme or things are really out of hand, but they're not really to be on a daily use. But then there's things we're supposed to use daily. And one of the things they told me that's not really supposed to be a daily thing for like your hair and your skin, rosemary. Now, I know y'all saying, wait a minute, I heard something different. Rosemary is like, it's actually a very intense oil, believe it or not. And there are other oils and um, other oils that do what rosemary do, but they're more gentle on your hair, and they're not for emergency scalp treatment. Rosemary is like emergency scalp treatment stuff. Okay, so really, you're supposed to be using. They've been talking to me, giving me these intuitive downloads all morning. You're really supposed to be using the oils that is assigned to your destiny, and you will find that those oils will end up keeping you from using the more aggressive emergency oils. You won't have to use the emergency oils. You know how we have like rubbing alcohol, but we still got honey and we still got coconut for disinfecting and stuff. It's no different. It's the same in the oil world. So basically, you have to use the oils. If it's not an emergency with your hair, your skin, then you stick with the oils that you're born to use. We're all born to use and eat certain things and to digest and consume certain things. Okay, we're consumers. But we are just using and doing things all because somebody said it works. Okay. So for example, this right here, this works. And I'm going to explain why this works so well on my hair. This works well. I'm just using this as an example because the ingredients in this, the natural ingredients in this are actually what my roots would use during this season. See, there's certain things you eat and use during certain season. And there's certain things you don't during that season. So coconut is a winter season. Believe it or not, it is really for extreme harsh conditions or extreme cold weather conditions. So the coconut, anything with coconut in it would be beneficial right now. But it may not be as beneficial during a rainy season. Okay? So, as I said, because the water season is rainy season and it's not supposed to have a lot of fat, like extreme fat. Coconut is actually very extreme fat. So that means it would be used during the winter season, okay, for containing something so that it can achieve in secret. The languages that we're using is also for what we consume. So coconut is for achieving something in secret, sealing the moisture in more, when protecting the hair more when the weather is harsh. So it's actually more of a fall and winter ingredient. I just use that as an example. But then this has sage in it. And I couldn't understand. I said, why did this sage work on my hair when I normally use rosemary? They said sage is better for you than rosemary. I literally heard the angel say this, right? Word for word through my psychic abilities. And then they told me to go and look and see why. Okay. Sage is good for people who has gray in their hair, for strengthening your hair. So basically, if your hair is going through a weak phase or fragile phase, or if you have very fragile 4C hair, or the gray is making your hair fragile, sage would be better for your hair. Okay. When I buy products, I buy them intuitively, but I always forget to ask why. See? So this morning I started asking why. Why did you tell me to buy this? I was asking, the Holy Spirit, and it was answering me. So for the 4C hair girls, this is what I was told. I'm using this as an example. We're going to get into other stuff too. Okay. They gave me a rule for learning. We're going to talk about that too. But I decided to use this that I had bought. I heard the angel say, use that. And I'm like, okay, why? Once again, I found the similarity between the two is that they're both a butter. They're all butter and cream. but they both have the same thickness to them. So basically, there's a certain thickness also of hair product for your certain type of hair. Okay. Sulfur, they told me to use. And I said, why? And they said, for your age. And I'm like, okay, this is getting deep. So sulfur is important to use for when you're older. Okay. So for women, feminine women who are older. So I'm suspecting this sulfur was found in parts of the world where there might have been people of color, and there could have been women living in that part. So I said, okay. So I decided to look deeper into this product. And once again, they both have one thing in common for sure: shea butter. Both of these work on my hair. And here's the common thing: shea butter. Okay. Now, this has mineral oil. Notice I said mineral oil. So for this to work on my hair, it tells me about my ancestors. My ancestors were where there was maybe mineral water at. Okay. Now this also has seed butter, which did make me understand why that other cream kind of works. Doesn't work completely, but kind of. It doesn't seal in good, but it does make my hair soft, and it does grow my hair faster. When I looked on the product, I see it has seed butter, just like this one. So as I started to compose a list, see, you're supposed to do research as you are growing and buying and spending your money. You have to learn why you had to spend your money on that stuff, so you don't waste any more money on unnecessary products. So for me, what the heck is that noise? For me, it's the seed butter, shea butter, sulfur, mineral oil, coconut in the winter season. Okay. So those are the ingredients I'm going to have to make sure that I get. Now I know olive oil works on my hair as well, so let's put olive oil on the list too. Okay, I know avocado works on my hair too, so we're going to keep avocado. This would have been better if it was avocado and shea butter, but they got avocado and almond, so they need to do something with this product. Okay, they say it's for 4C hair. This is more for 4A, 4B, because it has almond and not shea butter. So I'm going to be critiquing all the products as I talk to God. Okay, we're going to talk to God so we don't waste any more money. I literally pulled the oracle today, and it said someone was going to challenge me in here. I swear to goodness, I can literally post it. It said somebody's going to have something to say about what you're teaching. It literally said that in my oracle. It says, I'm going to come out as the winner, so ignore them. I don't give a damn what you put in your head. You're getting nourished and fed in this video. If you're a black person, this is why I don't go to the black community. Black women do not know how to say thank you. Eat the meat and spit out the bones. If you don't like something in this video, you eat the meat and spit out the bones and say thank you. Because you came out in my oracles that I was going to have an ungrateful person in this live video. I'm kicking any woman out that can't say thank you. I don't give a damn what you don't do. Minerals come from the earth. And we did put oil in our hair. The lock method. LOC, miss. LOC. The hell is this woman talking about? Our ancestors was dunking their body down in the springs that had mineral in it. If you drink mineral water, you can literally buy mineral water. So why would you think the creator would not make it for your hair? You make no sense. None. Do your hair look as beautiful as this? No, it doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't, baby. I'm sure it doesn't. And this is my overnight. This is me laying. I'm trying to teach y'all women, but y'all want to be ungrateful up in here. Ungrateful. But if it was a man in here teaching, y'all would be like, thank you very much. Y'all, this is a good lesson. Y'all so thirsty for men, y'all rush to say thank you. Because y'all thirsty to have a man that act entitled to another woman's help. This is why a lot of other women and other races don't want nothing to do with us. Everybody knows I'm talking about black hair care in here too. So I know the women who run their mouth in here are black women. There's white women watching, but they know how to shut up and listen, and they know how to say thank you. Now, as I was saying, what other woman I need to kick out? Ungrateful, low vibrational feminine energy. You're not getting no downloads today if you're not don't have gratitude. You're not. The gratitude energy came out today. Period. Those are people who jealous that somebody is wise. Women jealous of another woman's wisdom and YouTube channel. Now I'm gonna continue in a minute, but I'm not gonna say nothing again. I'm gonna just kick the whole bunch of women out of here, like delete. Because I could literally be getting buku money off what I'm telling y'all in here. Y'all gonna be saving a lot of money by listening to this video. Okay, as I was saying. Now I'm doing this to my hair because I'm prepping it for scalp treatment. Now, see this comb here? See this? This is something like what our ancestors used. Okay? So our ancestors, they used combs that was like this. 1, 2, 3. They had 3 like this. It's primarily what they used. And sometimes it was made out of bone. So Afro picks are pretty much a ripoff of what our ancestors were using. They're not quite like what we used. Now, because the Empress had many hairstylists, she would have about 4 or 5 people massaging her hair. So what's taking us 30 minutes to do, the Empress was getting done in 10 minutes. Okay. Now y'all see how our time has been being stolen, and money, we're missing money because we don't have all the help that we had when during Egypt times. During Egypt times, 4 or 5 people would be helping you. Okay. 4 or 5 people. So what's taking us 2 hours would only take an hour. So get your family involved, y'all. It's not just about paying bills. You have to get your family together to help each other. Okay? But back in Egypt, there wasn't no sexual harassment like that in the family. So people could help each other wash up. People could help each other take care of each other. Get your kids involved. Have all 3 of you on one head. There shouldn't be one person doing a head. If it's a family of love and you're trying to attract generational wealth, you need to work as a team. We have multiple ingredients in this stuff, right? So we need multiple support in our home for everything we do. Washing up, eating, multiple support. Stop having people in your home just to pay bills. They need to be helping out on everything. Say this home isn't you just pay your rent and you just walk around here. No. Okay. We a team in here. We a team. Hi, everybody. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Shirley. I love that name, Shirley. It's so sassy. I wish I had the name Shirley. Because I'm a sassy woman. I am, y'all. That would go perfect with my personality. Now, my first name starts with SH. It does start with SH, but it's not Shirley. I wish I had Shirley. I'd be like, that is so sexy. That's a sexy name. Okay. So if you're doing, I don't mean no harm, but we were kind of still doing things that our ancestors were doing in the 90s. In the 90s, we had 2, 3 people on one head. We were actually doing it right. If you go to the elite colleges of today, they're actually like the sorority girls. They're actually operating the way we are supposed to be in our homes. Your home should be a sorority. I know that's deep, right? See, we've been told pay $50,000 to join a sorority in college. But the first sorority should be in your home. Okay? Each person should be contributing an ingredient to the recipe, whether it's generational success or it's a hair product. Tell everybody, okay? We all family in here. So we all got close to the same hair texture, very close at least. So everybody got to put something in the basket. Everybody got to put something in the basket for everything every day. Okay? You put olive oil in here. You put shea butter. You put minerals. I'm pointing fingers at people. Everybody. Okay? What this is going to do is keep the money flow evenly through your home. And it's going to keep balance energetically in your family. Where everyone is contributing to the growth. That's a lot of energy shared, okay, for generational growth. And this is how we have to operate. So, you're very welcome, Shirley. I recently had it out with a family member because I told them that they were picking and choosing over their contribution while I was contributing in every area. I told them that they were disrespecting me. I said, when you have to shower, I offer to do something for you. Get your towel out or washcloth. When you're hungry, I offer to pour your tea. When you get in bed, I offer to put a blanket on you. I said, you're not doing that with me. You are saying that all we both got to do is, all you got to do is pay bills and I pay bills, but you ain't got to do nothing else. I said, you're wrong. I told him, I said, you're wrong. I said, you're supposed to be contributing to everything that's in this home. And that includes me. If you would pamper your furniture, you should pamper me. Furniture can be replaced. I cannot be replaced. This is deep, y'all. So I was like, okay. So if you care about the wealth of your family, you have to do intense research before you spend your money. So we're getting back to that. Before you spend your money, so that you know whatever you're getting is definitely going to serve you and lead you to further abundance. So as I was doing my research, I said, okay, what are the similarities of this stuff that makes them work? So I figured it out. All right. Now, some of y'all are going to be shocked to hear what I'm about to say. Most of the people in the African American community is not wearing their hair the way God wanted you to wear your hair. Now, feel free to disagree, but I know that I'm right because this came from the angels this morning. When we say cover our hair, the Creator is talking about protecting this part. Because there is a light being, okay, that connects you to God. The cord runs down, 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 down to your stomach, and then it goes out like this. Okay? Now, when you wear your hair should be actually back. I know y'all like women, sis. When we are putting this hair forward, just think about it. Babies, their hair is only forward, really, because they went through the birth canal and the liquids got their hair down. But when they're inside the womb, which is like the world, that liquid got their hair going like this. They're moving around. Their hair's not laying flat the whole time while they're in there. So your hair should be back. It should be literally back. Now you can put a part in it and pin it back, but it should be back because guess what? This need fed by God. Your third eye, all of this needs nourishment from God, but this needs extra protection. Now, instead of getting a cloth to just sit on your head, you can put your head and leave the hair thicker here as it's going backwards. If you notice when you go to the salon and they wash your hair, they don't wash your hair with you forward. Okay? They wash your hair. The reason why you're really supposed to wash your hair like this is because you're supposed to be praising God, giving thanks. Giving thanks. You're supposed to be receiving the Lord's blessing as the blues is being washed out of your hair. So your eyes should be on God, thinking deep, see, future thinking, whatever about your life, or just thinking of how blessed you are as your hair is getting cleansed. Now, if your hair is being washed this way, why would you comb it that way? See what I'm saying? You're going against the initial process. So basically, if your hair is washed that way, that's exactly the direction you should be twisting it. If your hair is washed this way, okay, guess what? You're actually going against the wind and the breeze, the essence that are coming towards you. You want the essence of the breeze to go through like this all through your day. Okay, this is I know this sounds like this is so deep. It is, y'all. It is. I couldn't understand why. It didn't matter who I went to. When I had my hair down like this, it seemed to grow slower. Yeah. The moisture didn't last very long. I woke up and the hair did not look healthy, even when I had a satin bonnet on or a silk bonnet. But as soon as I would wash and condition my hair this way, and then always do my coils back that way, the hair would look gorgeous. Okay? I'm starting to suspect that in this direction, the north, the east and north, is actually our ancestors who style our hair. I'm suspecting that because east, I think, and north, east can be, I guess, fire energy, cats. Now, when you think of Mufasa, do anybody see Mufasa's hair like this? No. Mufasa's hair is like this. Okay? Back in the 1800s, when they wore their hairpieces, if they were feathers, they would wear the feathers to crown their hair like this. If you notice in the 1800s or even back, the hair was either stacked up or it was stacked to go backwards. They very seldom wore their hair forward. Okay? People say my edges are struggling. You're hiding your edges from the sun. If I wear my hair forward, how is my edges? My edges are not getting no nutrients from the sun. See, the hair, that you're keeping the edges hidden when really they actually need to receive vitamin D. They should be like this, visible to the sun. So it's better to just leave your hair in the direction that you washed it. Okay? Now, there are certain ingredients that I was told that are better for oils and ingredients that you use according to your age. It's not just about what they do. It's about your age and it's about your destiny. Your age, your destiny, your health struggles, and what they do. So, I'm a middle-aged woman. I need sulfur, period. Sulfur. My minerals are struggling because of my age. I'm struggling with the minerals. I consider iron to still be a mineral. So I definitely need mineral water. So I'm going to actually buy me some mineral water to wash my hair in. Y'all, it's going to get crazy in here, okay? What I'm going to do is boil some tap water and pour a half a bottle of mineral water in there, and then use that to actually shampoo my hair. Because as you get older, your skin gets very dry. You're doing a lot of shedding. So I definitely need a thicker butter or cream for everything on me. Okay, so I definitely got to use it has to be at least this thick. Now, if I was younger, my skin's all young, everything's hair's all young, so it could be leaner. But I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So I need more moisture than the young people. Okay. Now, people of color, almost every person of color, were in a place in the world where there was rainy seasons. It might have been monsoon rain for a while. So, because we had monsoon rain and a lot of minerals coming out the sky, our hair was getting very hydrated, and it was able to grow fast because of the minerals coming in the rain. Plus, we were sitting under trees, so all the essence coming from the trees and the rain pouring on our head was making our hair grow healthy. What this tells me is that some of the stuff we need in our hair are from the trees that we could sit under, or things we were using as rain hats. Our ancestors were making rain hats out of like leaves. I'm going to research to find out what these leaves they used, but I think it was the thicker leaves. So whatever the thick leaves were would be what we also need in our hair. So I'm gonna look up those leaves, or I'm gonna meditate on it. But I got a strange feeling that it is like I think it's very close to sage, y'all. I think they were using sage leaves for removing spell work out of their hair. Okay, when your hair is weak and fragile, and it seems like it's unhealthy or struggling, or you're under heavy attack by people, your sage would be, and you're aging and you're middle age, sage would be something you would use instead of the rosemary. I really see rosemary as a queen energy. Okay. Where it's like, okay, this queen, she doing everything, all kind of stuff with her hair, and maybe she has a lot of sex, so the rosemary would be good. But the sage is for like grounding. So if you have trouble with grounding, or you're in battles and under attack all the time, you probably should be having a sage in your hair products, also in your skin products. Okay, so I got into that. Now, I know that we are always told certain essential oils for perfume. We've been made to believe that certain things are just for this. Like, this is just for perfume. Like lavender. Okay, lavender is for skin, and lavender is for perfume. Lavender is also very, very, very important for hair that has gray and older people. Okay, aging, people over 35. But it never says that. When you go by lavender, it never says if you're older, if you use your heart chakra or your throat chakra a lot, put lavender in your hair. It just never says that. Believe it or not, throat chakra, when you're like arguing and stressing and you're like an entrepreneur, it's pulling energy also from your hair. See? Like this. So your hair growth is like, I'm struggling. So the lavender is going to give your hair tender loving care and a clarification of anything that came in your hair while it was so vulnerable when you were using up your chakras. Okay, certain chakras like your hands, your throat chakra, and your heart. When you use certain chakras a lot of the time, it leaves other chakras vulnerable. See, because the energy is shared. So if I'm running my mouth right now, it's leaving my hair vulnerable. Do y'all see what I'm saying? It's also leaving my heart vulnerable because of the energy's coming up, out. So you should always consider pampering yourself after you go on lunch dates. If you go on a lunch date with someone and you're running your mouth, if you're running your mouth during your lunch at work, you should probably carry a lavender mist. They make over-the-counter lavender mist spray. You can spread on your hair and your face. Okay? I really believe that our ancestors were living around where there was also, it could be windy. So the flowers around them, their pores and spores were being lifted in the breeze and it was being put in their hair. But we are not living around these flowers for the breeze to blow their essence in our hair. So we have to learn how to make our own. Learn how to make your own hair mist. Learn how to make your own hair mist. Just get the main ingredients that you need that would allow you to use it for your skin and hair. And make it yourself. Because when you buy the products from people, they're charging you for the labor too. When I went out and bought this, they didn't just charge me for this. They charged me for the packaging, the labeling, the labor work. See what I'm saying? But if you make it yourself, for yourself and your own family, you're saving probably half the money. If I would have made this myself, if I would have made a hydration cream for my hair myself, I probably would have saved at least half the money for this. Okay? I didn't buy this, but if I did, I would only probably pay 50%. That's it. Okay? When you think of, now I know, now we're going to get into the second download. 9 to 5 job. The 9 to 5 job is something that we all should have. Now, and I know that y'all heard different. I know, but I will explain. There's not enough jobs for everyone in their field. Okay, there isn't. But there's multiple things you can do. You're able to do. So let's say you're laser focusing on being a writer. You would get a 9 to 5 job because, hey, there's millions of writers in the world trying to get a 9 to 5 job. And you really don't have the time to waste. So you're better off working a 9 to 5 job that you enjoy. I was told that 9 to 5 jobs are supposed to be done because you just want to be of service. They're not jobs that you're like, yeah, this is going to be my career. The only thing that's your career is what you have been assigned to do. And you're better off not letting it be your 9 to 5 job. Because when you let it be your 9 to 5 job, you no longer are the boss of it. So you get a 9 to 5 job in something that you enjoy doing, but not in the part of your destiny that you're currently focusing on. I'm not going to get a writing job. Writing is an important part of my destiny. I'm not going to get, because I'm not going to have say over what I write and when I write. The employer is going to. But I can get me a hair care retail job because it's something I enjoy. But it's not my what I'm doing right now on the side in my destiny. Okay? Even though this is a part of my destiny, it is not the destiny that I have chosen to commit my entire life to. The one that I have chosen to commit my entire life to, that's the one I don't want as a 9 to 5 job. I know unless there's plenty of jobs in it and you can accept that you will not be in control of your time. But destinies are better achieved when you are in full control over the whole entire thing. You have the last say. Now, it's easy to make it with a 9 to 5 job if you're applying the things that I said before this topic, where I said, as I was saying, get used to making your own stuff. Get used to making your own botanical hair stuff. Really, if you buy all the oils yourself, you don't really gotta buy. If you buy the stuff yourself, you don't gotta buy it over the counter. Okay. So every single day, I water my hair. I believe that our ancestors was splashing water, not just on their face. I don't believe they were like face wash only. I believe that they were doing this every day. I really believe it. We may call it leave-in conditioner, but I believe they were just simply getting the moisture to be redistributed in their hair again. While putting more oil in their hair. So this right here, I was really shocked to see that this was cheaper than this, but yet this was a pretty good seal. What this tells me, it's not about the price or the name. It's about the ingredients that is in the hair. So all I'm doing right now is just re-moisturizing it for the day. Now, this is what I was told also about here. I was told that, what was it? It was something that just came out of the blue. The download that came out of the blue. Y'all, I'll get it. Oh, I was told that your hair has to breathe, and those satin caps, they're not actually letting your hair breathe. So I know that we glamorize like those satin caps, but y'all, it's better to just sleep on a satin pillow and just let your hair breathe. So the other download they gave me about hair, and this is gonna sound really weird to y'all, okay? They told me you're supposed to trim the moment you see it. There's no scheduled trims. They said there's no scheduled trims. I know we're like, oh, I get my hair trimmed on the 3rd. The moment you see the dead, it should be removed. Like, isn't that deep? Like that we have, if we see trash on our table in our kitchen, we say, throw it in the garbage. But then when we see dead hair on our hair, we say, no, I'm not going to trim none of it until the 30th. See, that's our ancestors would never do that, okay? They would see dead hair. Hold on, y'all. Let me put this on. They would see dead hair as blockage, unless it was locked up. Okay, the reason why hair when it's dead and locks, the reason why it still thrives is because it's disciplined. Okay, when you lock your hair up and the dead hair is in there, the healthy hair is restraining the dead hair, keeping it from destroying it or destroying the other healthy hair. So this is why dead ends you can still keep on, you can keep in locks. Okay? But if it's visible dead ends, then the dead ends are going to be like, I could do whatever I want to do to the rest of the hair because I'm free. So if you have dead ends that you don't want to trim, you need to have them tucked in somewhere. You need them out of sight, out of mind. Okay? You need to have them not quite visible. But the moment that you see dead ends on your hair, any raggedy end, it's actually supposed to be trimmed. I know that people are saying, but then I'm running from my scissors. Remember, our ancestors wasn't running all over the world all the time. Okay? They traveled with their supplies. So here's a little bit of a uneven type of dead end there. So as I feel it, I trim it. Now, there's a little bit there. I'm not going to trim a lot. There. Just so it's a little bit more tame. Okay, there. So as I'm going over to do a little quick little reseal for today. See, we do here, a lot of us do here, this to be honest, do here for attention, compliments. But our ancestors did here for therapeutic reasons, to make their time count, and to be artistic. Okay? So let me see that one. Y'all. So I'm just like going down. I do see some little scraggly ends, but we ain't gonna stress about that. There's a little bit of a dead end right there. A little bit. I see it. Okay, there. All right. So here we have it. This is me giving my hair some morning love. You know, like you would rub your boo in the morning, or you would rub your kids. Hair is the same way. Hair is alive. I know we like to say it's dead, but it's actually has nerves. Okay, our nerves are going through our hair, and if it has nerves, that means that it can sense us. All right. So don't be afraid to just spend some time, 20 minutes a day. Now, next time I twist my hair, it's going to be in chunky twists, because I was told that it's better to keep the hair very close to the natural weight that it is. So keeping it in chunkier coils is better for the hair. Okay, so I'm applying this sulfur here. Because our ancestors were massaging their scalps almost on a daily basis, they were doing this. They really didn't have to deal with extreme itching. So they were pretty much, the emperor, she got like her hair done almost daily. So they were massaging her scalp like this daily. So she really didn't have to worry too much about feeling itchiness in her scalp. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to be upstairs more often on the top floor from now on in my future videos. Because that's where I be. That's where my stuff is. I'm even going to have, because I'm going to have my own room. I mean, my own, kitchen area. I'm setting up a kitchen space in my art room. Because it's getting hard coming up and down the steps just for a cup of tea. That's super annoying, y'all. So I'm gonna have a little small kitchen nook, like a little ice box, a skillet, and something to heat my tea up with. Hi, Hans. Y'all see Hansy? Did y'all see him? Bubba, you coming up again? You gonna come and say hi to me again? Hi. Did you tap mommy? You say hi. Hansy went like this. Hi, mom. Did you say hi, Bubba? He's so sweet. Okay, y'all. So whatever's on my hand. Hi. Did you say hi? Hi, baby. You say hi again. Greetings. Y'all, Hansi love me so much. He's like, you my favorite person, mommy. So let me put a little bit right here. Because it's the winter season, and this is not very thick. See, it's kind of thin. I don't have to really worry about, you know, the product not going through. It's going to go through because my hair is thirsty for it. Okay, bye everybody. I'll see y'all later. The creator told me it's time to get off. I guess there's some energy that's not exactly healthy. So I'm spending most of my day purging. I'm doing 2 hours of work that I got to do, and the rest of the day is just purging and organizing. I'm trying to get my life down to y'all notice I'm applying water before I apply the butter, the conditioning butter, because it really won't penetrate without the water. It's not going to penetrate. Okay. So I'm applying it especially where the hair grows the slowest at. Bye everybody. I'll see y'all later. Bye.